Well, hello, family. We're so glad you joined us today. We're here in the kitchen, and we're celebrating a really, really important holiday. As you can see, we have the flags here. We're celebrating Memorial Day. And you know, your mind cannot help but go back to all of those that have given their lives literally to keep our country free. You know, freedom costs you something, it really does. It's not free, it costs a lot. And I want to thank, if you have someone in your family, I want to thank that member and you as their family for serving our country. There are thousands of soldiers from America all over the world protecting us from the enemy. And to them that have gone on before and given their very lives on the battlefield, we honor you today and your families. We honor you and thank you. And those that are still in harm's way to keep us safe, watching the borders and watching us in other countries, I say thank you. We appreciate you so much. And the families that have sacrificed so that their loved one would be there. I know it's hard. I see pictures all the time of little children and the mothers leaving to go, you know, to Afghanistan or wherever. And I think, how can you do that? But that's how much they love this country. And I just pray if that situation is in your family anywhere, I pray that God would bless them and bring them home safely. And I might suggest that you pray Psalm 91 over any family member that is serving in any capacity in another country or even in this country, because we need God's protection as never before. And I hope you will join me in saying, God bless America, because he really has already. But we need to pray for this country. We need to pray for the leaders. We need to pray for local leaders on the national level and pray for the will of God to come to pass. It's very heavy on my heart today thinking about those that have given all. And please say a prayer. Just, you know, when your family's all there, if you're having a picnic or whatever, just say a prayer. It will mean a lot, okay? Well, we're going to do a little picnic, but it's going to be a picnic for staying at home, because I'm tired of getting rained out on Memorial Day or too cold to go outside. But you certainly could prepare these foods and eat outside on your deck or wherever. And they're good. I think they're different, and I think you're going to like them. And we're going to get started right after today's hint. And here it is. In a microwave-safe baking dish or medium bowl, combine 1 cup long-grain white rice, 2 cups of water, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Microwave uncovered on high, power level 10, until the rice is tender and the liquid is absorbed 15 to 18 minutes.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, because we've got so much going on for the picnic today, I've asked Laura to help us, and of course Paul's here with me. And we've got a lot going on, don't we?
We do.
I mean, here's a ton of stuff. You're going to make one of the vegetable side dishes. What's that?
It's the crusted cheddar wedges, potatoes. It's really easy. Just take potatoes and try to get them all uniform in one side.
That's a red potato, right?
Red potato.
Because they're the best when it comes to baking.
And you just cut them, usually a little medium, you just cut
wedge.
4, little wedge. And I took some cheddar, a box of Cheez-Its.
Oh, okay.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
I put them in a Ziploc bag. And all I did was take a rolling pin or by hand and just mash them into crumbs. And you want to take some olive oil, some good olive oil, mix that there.
But you have some spices you're going to add to that?
I have spices to this, some paprika, oregano, salt, and pepper. And then you put this in here, and then you put it in a
So you're going to coat them with this and then put them in, and then they bake for how long? 400
degrees.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice addition to what we're making. And Paul, you're doing a fruit salad, because there's just something about a fruit salad on a picnic that's great.
That's right.
You've got nice fresh strawberries. And what else are you putting in it?
I got mandarin oranges.
Okay.
I got cantaloupe.
Fresh cantaloupe.
I got blueberries. Red raspberries. And pineapple. And some bananas.
Sounds good. Sounds like a real... So you're just going to mix all them together. And hopefully they'll be good and juicy. If not, we've saved the mandarin orange juice that we can put on that. But you make that early and get that in the fridge. And you don't do the bananas just until you're ready to serve it. So he's not going to cut those in when he puts them in the fridge, because they'll get all brown and mushy. So that's something you want to wait. When you put it out on your table, then you add the bananas, okay? I'm making the dessert. This is called Snow-Capped Berry Crisp. And this just take a regular 13 by 9 glass baking dish. You don't have to prepare it in any way. But I have a can of blueberry pie filling. And I'm just gonna put all of that on the one side. I don't put it all over the dish, just on one side, okay? We're trying to kind of do the red, white, and blue theme because this is a very patriotic holiday. We do like to observe it, but we also keep in mind why we're celebrating. And it is pretty awesome when you think of so many people that have given everything so that we could enjoy the freedoms that we have. So I'm gonna spread this to about halfway, okay? So that's the blueberry. Now, I have strawberry, and we're going to put that on the other side. This is just regular strawberry filling out of a can. You could use cherry if you can't find the strawberry. Strawberry's kind of different, it's kind of nice. And we have strawberries in our fruit salad, so that will be nice. Nice addition, kind of blends all together. And we're not gonna put a crust on this, we're gonna put more like a topping. And it's gonna get crispy, and we're gonna have walnuts in there. And when we serve it with a little scoop of ice cream on top. That makes everything taste better. So that's gonna be good, especially when you do it warm. Okay? I'm gonna take this can, put it there. Now I'm just gonna spread my fruit filling over to touch the blueberry one, but we don't want them to mix, remember. We don't want them to mix. Okay, we're pretty good there. Looks like we're okay. When that bakes, then that's gonna fill in the bottom layer really nicely. All right, so now I'm gonna put on the gloves. How are we doing, Paul?
Pretty good.
Are you? Are you eating any of that, or are you just chopping it all, putting it in there?
I'm going to think about taking a little taste.
I figured. Laura, you coming good?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that the crusts, that they crispy and stay.
Yeah, and they stick.
So you can do more oil on them if you need to. Okay? So we have that done. And now I'm going to take just a box of yellow cake mix, just a plain box of cake mix. Empty that into a bowl. It could be any kind, doesn't matter. No special needs here, just the plain. Get them when they're on sale. That's nice. You can stock up with them. And then I want to tell you, I have about a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. And I'm just going to pour that over top. I think that cuts a little bit of the sweetness. We're just pouring that over the top of the fruit. Just like that. Just 1 tablespoon, that's all. Okay? Then I have some walnuts. About a 1/2 cup chopped walnuts that I'm going to mix in with the dry cake mix. And okay, that smells so good. And then I have some melted butter. We're just going to pour that right in there. Okay? Another reason why it's nice to have gloves on is because you can get in there and get all the melted butter. That's really important. Now you just take your hands and mix it up, because this is going to make like your crumb topping from the top of the fruit. Wow, that's going to be a big salad, baby. There's a lot going in there. It looks good. How are you over there? They're coming nice.
Yeah, it's going to look pretty too. Has a little punch taste to it.
Yeah, I think that little snap in there is going to be good. Okay. So, just want to blend this until it's all, there's no powder from the cake mix scene. It just has to get incorporated with that butter. I think we're about there. And this is going to make your crumb topping, because now I'm just going to put this all over the top of that wonderful fruit. Okay?
You know, there's so many things you can do with those cake box mixes.
Oh, absolutely. Used to be that's all you did was just do a cake.
Just the cake.
Not anymore.
No.
And I love it because people get ideas and think, what if I could do this? What if I could do that? You know what? Your limitations are only in your mind. You can do whatever you want to. I was making something recently and I thought, what if I would put this in? No, I never heard anybody else doing it. Ended up, we loved it. It was delicious. So, you know, don't think, oh, I couldn't do that because that probably isn't going to work. Try it. What do you have to lose? Somebody will eat it anyway. You know, most people will eat it if they think it's a good idea or not, unless it's really bad. And I've had a few of those in my day.
And it's usually a sweet flour. You know, it has a sweeter taste to it, the cake box mixes.
Well, and you know, they've already put other additions. They've put like some oil or butter flavor and all of that. So this is going to bake in a preheated. Always preheat the oven, please, unless your recipe says not to. You always want to be sure that you preheat the oven. You done? Look how pretty that is, honey.
Do I need to put that juice?
You know what? I think I'll pour half.
Just
half?
Just
pour half of it on it, yeah. Then that goes in the fridge real quick.
Okay.
Just to make sure that that gets chilled down. Let's see. I'm done with this. Okay. This goes into that preheated oven. Let me make sure. It's at 350 degrees, so we'll do that. Okay. Paul, I'm going to put this in the bottom oven. The bottom oven, honey. Good. Well, you know what? That's the first leg of the journey. When we come back, her potatoes are going to be in. Paul's salad's done. I've got the dessert in. Now comes the main course. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, we've got a lot of stuff in the oven baking off, and a lot of it's just about done. But now we're going to do some of the other dishes that we want to present for our Memorial Day picnic. You're going to do something with hot dogs. Kids love hot dogs.
Yeah.
And she's got some hot dogs already browned in a skillet. She's made a wonderful meat. It's kind of like a chili sauce.
It's like the taco, your ground meat, your taco seasoning.
She's got warm tortillas. And she's got some cheese and some onions. And she's just going to make, well, she's going to put the meat sauce down first, about a half a cup. This makes about 8, I think. Goes straight along the tortilla from one end to the other. And then she's going to lay a hot dog in the middle and put some onion, some cheese, roll it up. Those babies put into a 200-degree oven will last for an hour to an hour and a half if there's nobody that wants to eat them as bad as we do. You know, they're going to go fast. They're going to go real fast.
I just wanted to say on a hot dog, you'll never eat a hot dog again unless you do it like this. You just take a regular hot dog and you slice it.
Tiny slices.
Tiny little slices, if you can see. And turn it around and do it again. And then you saute it in butter. And that butter,
just in a little skillet,
goes right through. It's so delicious.
It tastes like it's grilled. If you can't get outside to grill, that's a perfect way to do them all year long. Okay, Paul, you're going to make the antipasta, okay? And tell us everything you're going to put in there.
I'm going to put black olives, cheese I'm going to sprinkle all over the lettuce, green onions, tomatoes, salami.
Good.
And provolone cheese.
Provolone cheese. Then you're going to make a dressing.
And I'm going to make a dressing.
What's the basis of that dressing?
Tomato
sauce. Okay, that's good, because that's for people, if you know, that's nice to nibble on when you're tired of the other food. That's nice to have it. Okay, go ahead. Now, what I have done, this is kind of the main push for what you're going to have for this. This is a pulled pork roast. You do it in your crock pot. Now, at 8 o'clock this morning, I put a 4.5 pound boneless pork loin roast into this crock pot. And then there's a wonderful, wonderful sauce. It's got barbecue sauce in it. It's got brown sugar. It's got honey. I mean, there's such good flavors. This is a great sauce. You just mix it together and pour it over top of your roast. You let that cook for about 5 to 6 hours on high. Then, whenever it's done, the 5 or 6 hours is done, you pull the pork apart, just like I have here on this tray. All of this was a pork roast. Look how much that is. That's for pulled pork sandwiches. But the thing is, now after we have pulled it, we've got this wonderful sauce, we're putting all of this pork back into the sauce because it's going to absorb that wonderful sauce. I tell you what, you never tasted anything so delicious in all your life. It's moist. You know, It's not overwhelming. I mean, sometimes the sauces can be too much. I don't think this one is. I really like this. I've had a lot of pulled pork, and this is the one I kind of like the best. So you try it, maybe you will too. But you can see this is going to make 8 huge sandwiches. Or I couldn't find the little rolls I was looking for. I thought this would have been nice to make as sliders, the little sandwiches, because you have a variety of foods. That would have been nice on a picnic to make them that way. But I bought some Kaiser rolls, and whatever roll you use, you want to butter the roll, put it on in a skillet or on a griddle, and toast it. Because when you bring this out with this sauce on it, it's going to be juicy. And by toasting that bun, it will hold some of that juice, which is what you want, because you want to enjoy it. You don't want it to be dripping all over you. So you can see this makes a big pot full. It's only about a 4.5-pound roast. And I'm telling you, get every little bit, because I tell you, those little bits have so much flavor. So much flavor. Makes your mouth water. But I tell you, there's nothing like smelling that in the morning when you're trying to get ready to go to work or whatever. And that sauce, you start smelling it, you're like, oh my. And you can put this in there for as long as you need to. If you want it a little bit thicker than this, add some more barbecue sauce, because there is regular barbecue sauce in this recipe too. And you can put that in, but I tell you, this is pulled pork at its finest. And look, lots of sauce to cover a lot of meat. This will feed a lot of people. And if you do use those Kaisers, get the big ones, because that's how much you're going to have. And this holds, because now that that's done, that'll hold for hours. You would turn it on low. I'm leaving it on high till it heats through really, really well. And that sauce will reduce a little bit more, so it'll get a little bit thicker. But when you get it to the consistency, you like just turn it to low, and then it just keeps it warm. And if it lasts all day, it'll keep it at a nice temperature all day. So that's what you want to do. And these are the Kaisers that I got that we're going to toast. I kind of like these because they have this little ridge, but you could break it apart. So if you had to cut them, it'd be easy to do, okay? We're going to toast those off for the end of the program. I want you to see them. How are we doing, honey?
Pretty good.
He's making a beautiful antipasta, Paul. I'm really proud of you, babe.
Aw.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
How are we doing over there, Laura? Is it looking good?
Yeah, really good.
Good. How many did you get made?
Well, here, I'll show you.
Oh, good.
See, and
you
put
tuck
the
the bottom,
side
that's
down.
good.
Yeah, tuck them in, and then you put the seam side down.
Good.
And you can heat them up a little bit
Well,
in the
you keep
oven.
them warm in that. Yeah, that's great. And remember, you want to use all the meat. Make sure, be generous with it, because that's good. Okay, let's do some salami. You want me to help you?
If you want.
I would be happy to.
I'll get your cutting board.
Okay, please. You know, everybody has to pitch in and help one another, because this is done. Okay. He still has some salami to cut, and he has some cheese to cut, and I will go ahead and take care of
That time.
Yeah, I'll take your cheese. Oh, salami, okay. But I'm gonna need a bigger knife, honey. I love togetherness. It's nice when everybody gets together when we're doing it. Oh, that's a bigger one. And just helps out. And that's fun. Most of the fun on picnics for me is in the kitchen, what's happening with people. You know, trying to make stuff that they've never done, but, oh, I'll try. And it's amazing what you get, you know, it's really funny. So we're gonna keep on working here. Laura's finished with hers. Paul's almost there. He's gonna make that tomato dressing. All these recipes are a part of our newsletter for this month, and you don't want to miss it. So here's how you can get all of them, so you're gonna have a wonderful Memorial Day picnic at your house. Here's the way you can get them today.
Just go to ctvn.org/athome to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/athome to get today's recipes now. Well, we're here at the table. This is our picnic table for the Memorial Day weekend. This is the celebration. And it's a celebration of all of those that have kept us safe in this country all those years. We thank you, Armed Forces. We thank you so much. So we're having friends over, and we just put together a buffet, and we hope you get some ideas of what to serve. So we have the cheddar crusted wedges. Those are potatoes. They're there, and don't they look good? They get crunchy and crispy on the outside.
Next to this, the hot tortilla dogs. Hot dog in there with a hot dog sauce and onions and cheese wrapped up in a flour tortilla. Oh, yeah. Next to that is Paul's. Look at that beautiful, honey, you outdid yourself. That's a gorgeous fruit salad. You did. It's very, very nice, colorful, delicious, always good anytime. Good for you, too. Next is my Texas pulled pork down in the front, and I'm telling you, we toasted the buns so they would be nice and crisp, and I think you're going to enjoy that. A wonderful sauce on that. And then we have the antipasta salad that Paul made there with that wonderful tomato dressing, homemade tomato dressing. And I just added something a little extra. I thought maybe, you know, how can you have a picnic without baked beans? But I made some barbecued beans that has a little bit of a hot sausage and a little different flair on it. So we did those. And just make your regular baked bean recipe, but use sausage instead as a meat and just add to it. And then this is our dessert. This is our snow-capped berry crisp with a little blast of ice cream on top. Blueberries and strawberries with a crumb topping, and then just a little tiny scoop of ice cream on top. That ends the meal. We added some wonderful lemonade, and you know, chips and pretzels, they're always there. But there's something on this table that everybody can enjoy. Everybody. So if you have challenges of what you can eat and can't eat, that's why we have fruit, wonderful fresh fruit. We have a wonderful antipasta. You can make a salad that's on a bed of beautiful lettuce, and all the other things you can incorporate and you can enjoy. So we hope that you're going to enjoy your time with your family this holiday weekend. And please remember to support and pray for our troops. It's really, really important. It's really important too. Thanks, honey, for helping today. And we want to thank you for dropping by our at-home kitchen, because join us the next time. It just wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you then. God bless.
Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.